Hey guys, I got some more requests. There were some people that liked that video the other night, and it's also a conversation where people can chime in and give their thoughts on it. I just like to say before I do this, I'm not coming from a place of like I'm this super smart guy that knows the answers to all of this. I am a husband and a father, and I've been that way for many years, and I've made just about every mistake in the book. So I think these conversations are good so that we can grow together and maybe see what each other's talking about. I think there's a lot of good that can come from this. So I'm going to bring up a completely different topic. I'd love to hear what you got to say down in the comments. And yeah, let's do this. So I got to read this to you. Am I the asshole for not firing the cleaning lady because my girlfriend asked me to? This is my throwaway account, I guess. This is a dumb argument, but I need people to weigh in. I, male, 42, have a cleaning lady who comes every other week. She's super hardworking, really nice, and I completely trust her. She comes while I'm at work, and I get to come home to a clean house, the best feeling. One time she told me she drank a can of Pepsi from my fridge and even asked if she should pay me back. I told her she 100% has my permission to take a break, eat, drink, whatever she needs while she's here. Since then, she'll occasionally have a pop, a glass of juice, or once she said she had a piece of toast. She's never helped herself to any meals, snacks, or anything beyond that. My girlfriend, female, 38, was over the other night and said she saw my cleaning lady stealing from my fridge. I told her she wasn't stealing, she has my permission, and she's definitely not sitting around being lazy. She was taking a break. My girlfriend said, it's weird, unprofessional, and it could lead to boundary crossing. I told her I've known this woman for 2 years and nothing like that has ever happened. Girlfriend thinks I should fire her before it gets worse. Am I wrong for thinking, why change something that's been working perfectly fine? Am I being weird? And there was an update to this. He said, okay, wow, I had no idea a silly debate between me and my girlfriend would blow up like this. I talked to her and she said she thinks it's weird that my cleaning lady can grab something to eat or drink. She said it'd be better if she brought her own stuff. I was like, the woman goes to multiple clients a day. She can't be carrying a whole suitcase of snacks on top of the vacuum, mop, and everything else. And it's not like she's raiding my whole fridge, so who cares? My girlfriend said it makes her feel uncomfortable. Then she asked why I even need a cleaning lady when I live in a 2-bedroom and told me to just be an adult and clean your own place. She said I don't need a cleaning lady to mommy me. I was like, she's not mommying me, she's a huge help, and my place looks amazing after she leaves. Then she said, we move in or get married. The cleaning lady has to go because she doesn't like strangers in her house, and that I need to get off my ass and do my part. I told her I don't get her logic at all. She doesn't charge much. I can easily afford her, and my house looks great, so what's the issue? She kept going on about how I'm being lazy and acting like a man baby, and that I should act like an adult. Told her I'm 42, and for my 40th birthday, I hired a cleaning lady as a gift to myself because I want my free time to relax. And I'm not changing that. Honestly, have no clue what your problem is. I just don't get it. She hung up, whatever. I'm honestly too old for this. I'm going to bed. Thanks, everyone. Final update. She texted me that she can't waste her time with a lazy man who'd rather give full control of her house to a maid instead of getting off his ass to do the cleaning house himself. I told her best of luck. She told me to go yourself. Looking forward to spending the holidays with my son this year in my very clean house. Thank you, everyone. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. There is a lot to digest here. And you know what? I had one completely different thought in the beginning where I was going to offer a little bit of advice to this man and say, you need to be careful. And then it kind of took a turn. So let's go into this. This 42-year-old male says he's got a cleaning lady who comes every other week. She's been doing this. She once drank a can of Pepsi. He told her she has permission and everything. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if anybody else had this thought. What was my first thought when reading this? Arnold Schwarzenegger. Do you guys know where I'm going with this? Arnold Schwarzenegger, it was found out years later that he had a son with the maid. And that had been going on for years. And I do believe, if I got this information wrong, hey, don't take my word for it. Go do your studying. But I do believe he was supporting the kid, knew it was his kid. And later, after the kid was grown up, I think an older teenager, it came out. And that's what tore up Arnold's marriage. Well, you don't want anything like that happening. And so things can definitely get out of control. He said, well, look, this has been going on for 2 years and nothing like that has happened. But those seeds can get planted, and as they get watered a long time, it can turn into more. Do I think he was doing anything wrong? No. Let her have a drink, but did your girlfriend have a right to be, oh man, Can it? Yes, there was room there, and you have to make it perfectly known. Look, there's boundaries, and I'm not interested. Maybe it would have been cool as nonchalantly as she took the Pepsi when she asked you, would you like me to replace it? Yeah, that's fine. Whenever you get a chance, don't make a big deal out of it, but just let her know, like, I'm not going the extra mile to make you feel comfortable, to the point that I'm going to get in this big argument with my girlfriend over you being here. But that was kind of my thoughts until I got into like the middle of the conversation.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
He said he had no idea a silly update between him and his girlfriend would blow up like this. Well, any of your personal issues, guys, that you put online, it's going to become a big deal. And you're going to have people on both sides. I don't care how much you think you're justified or how wrong the other person is. And let's be honest, it's between the two of you guys anyway. Couples really need to start taking this into consideration. This coming from mistakes and experience, I wish this would have been pounded into my head. There was probably many times I was the asshole. I admit. Okay? And I'm okay admitting this now, but it's not a competition. It's not about winning an argument. It's about not having an argument at all. That's where you win. Anytime you have an argument, both of you are losing, because I don't think any of us enjoy arguing. I don't. Do you?
No! God, please, no!
So the goal here is not have an argument, have a good marriage or relationship, whatever, and a clean house, And was he doing anything wrong with having a cleaning lady if he's 42 and he works a job, he's sacrificing time away from his home so that he can get money, and therefore he pays this lady to clean his house? Nothing wrong with that. Why would you have a problem with that? You might have had some ground to stand on until the second half started coming in. The girlfriend said she needed to bring her own stuff. The woman goes to multiple clients a day. She can't be carrying a suitcase of snacks. I got you. Girlfriend said it made her feel uncomfortable. That would have been okay until, again, we got down here. Now, you just need to be an adult and clean your own place. You don't need a cleaning lady to mommy you. This is where you start losing the man, ladies. When you start, things that you did for him or that was done in the beginning that you had no problem with, it was okay. I love you, so I'll go the extra mile to do this. And I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that he does for you. But then after a while, it comes to the point where you're just a man child. You want to be mommied, and you start throwing labels and you start poking at the bear. And many times, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation for the man. Because if you push back at that, like, I'm not asking you to mommy me, or I'm not asking you to do this, and you don't just go along with it, well, they're going to get mad because now you're talking back to me. Now he's verbally abusive and he's all that. But then if you just say, you know what, you're right, I'll change or whatever, and you just start bending to every little thing she says, and then she's got this control, she's going to fall out of love with you and say, I got to go find myself, when really that means I got to go find another man, because you're not pushing back, you're a pushover, and they're not attracted to that. They want masculinity, they want somebody to stand up and say, like, I ain't going there. And now you got a guy that when she says jump, you say how high. And let's be honest, ladies, there's a lot of you out there that might think you want that. You don't want that. You want a man to be a man. And doing this, we want a woman to be a woman. When you start shaming us and you're like, oh, you want your mommy? Is that what you want?
Come on, go be a real married man and go deal with your shit the way that a man does.
I don't want to be in a relationship like that. The second I hear something like that, there's things I can forgive in a relationship, but that's already a red flag. If you do that, it's going to get much worse, and I'm not even sticking around, okay? And I've seen it, and it tends to just get much worse. Then she said, we move in or get married.
Hold up.
It seems like this. Now she's saying, well, you're wanting somebody to mommy you. There's this big thing about this maid, but then she wants to try to get you on the hook for being married. You're obviously this horrible guy. You got these problems, but we need to get married. That is a person that is looking for control, and she's afraid of losing control. And right now asking to get married because she knows once she gets you on the hook, if you don't do what she wants you to do, or she doesn't get her way, well, we can go through a divorce or whatever. And once it goes to court, I don't care how bad of a woman I am. I basically got you by the balls. And I'm sorry, lady, that's how it goes for men. And then many of them, that's when they do shut up. Whether they want to push back or not, they know, like, I have very little control of this situation. So she's trying to get him to take that next step so she can get that control. And she says the cleaning lady has to go because she doesn't like strangers in her house, and that I need to get off my ass and do my part. I told her I don't get her logic at all. She doesn't charge much. I can easily afford her, and my house looks great. What's the issue? She kept going on about how I'm being lazy and acting like a man baby, and that I should act like an adult. If you really felt that way about the man, why are you with him? Seriously. If you really felt like that about the man, why are you trying to pressure him to marry you? See, there's the conundrum there. And unfortunately for men in the past, this kind of stuff worked. It did, because, oh, I'm not working hard enough, or I'm not doing this. Look, we want to provide. We want to make you happy. We want to be there for you and stuff like that. So back in the past, when we were told like our whole reason for existing isn't being fulfilled, that shame, well, man, maybe they're right. I need to try harder. I need to be a man. I need to... The guy is working a job, and he would rather pay someone to clean his house so he can do more time at work. So when he is at home, he can enjoy it. And he says she's coming to do it every other week. It's not like that's... I don't get it. This right here is the quickest way to run a man off. And hopefully this explains it a little bit. I told her I'm 42, and for my 40th birthday, I hired a cleaning lady as a gift to myself because I want free time to relax, and I'm not changing that. I honestly have no clue what your problem is. Then she hung up on him. Whatever, I'm honestly too old for this. I'm going to bed. And then get the final update. She texted she can't waste her time with a lazy man who'd rather give full of control of her house to a maid instead of getting off his ass to clean the house himself. Told her best of luck. She told me to go myself. Look how just quickly that escalated. When she didn't get her way, she was out of the relationship. But first, before she didn't get her way, she was trying to pressure him to marry. I wonder just how many men actually ended up marrying in that situation because they was trying to make an argument like this go away. Man, I know what it's like to be in a situation like that, fellas. I admit. And let me tell you, in this guy's situation, I think you did the right job. But I try to come at it from both angles. Can having a cleaning lady and being too nice and gracious go out of hand? Absolutely. Again, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And sorry, Arnold, I'm just being serious. You play with fire, you get burned. You know, I was having this conversation with my brother, actually, just yesterday. Every one of us likes getting compliments and stuff like that. Hey, your hair looks nice today. Have you lost some weight? Man, you're looking good. You know what? And that's good. Thank you. Thank you. But I wear an asshole face because I want you to know there's a lady in that house that I sleep beside every night. That's my Mrs. And she has been there for me through thick and thin. And I love her more than anything in this world. And you don't have a chance. So don't even try. And I know there's ones out there, they want what they can't have. But I have a place where it stops. From if you want to pay a compliment, fine. But once I start seeing it cross that line, and again, this is one of those that over time, if you start giving more and more, you know, it could get taken out of hand. So there could have been a point there. At some point, she took a Pepsi and then a piece of toast, and it looks like that was the extent of it within 2 years, and she was coming every other week. Dude, there's nothing wrong. If you're working a job and you're providing and you want somebody to come and clean your house, I have no problem with it. The one that I do is don't ever let anyone talk to you like that and try to, at the same time, want to get married to you. Make it make sense. Ladies, is there somebody out there that can explain what was her logic in doing this? I've heard that. We don't want a mommy a man. We don't want a mommy a man. I get it. Okay. And we don't want to father a woman either. At the same time, you know, it's okay if you do things for each other. And I don't see where this man was doing anything wrong. Love to hear your thoughts. No, I don't think he was the asshole, but you might disagree. What's your thoughts? Was he an asshole for not firing the cleaning lady? I'll let you decide.
See you next time.